Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you all for always following and supporting the channel. What do you think about Molecule Man versus Immortal Hulk? In the Marvel Universe, there exist forces that make even the gods tremble. Two beings who carry within themselves power drawn from the deepest foundations of the universe. Entities for whom destruction is nothing more than the blink of an eye among countless possibilities. On one side stands the supreme matter controller, the man who once held in his hands the very threads of the entire multiverse, the one who held back the Beyonders and rebuilt reality from nothing, Molecule Man. On the other side stands the immortal incarnation of the primal rage, the creation of the devil himself, the one below all, a being who cannot be killed by anything, not even death itself, and who can obliterate entire worlds with a single fist. Immortal Hulk. Molecule Man can snap his fingers and turn you into a cloud of hydrogen. But what will Immortal Hulk do when his body is torn apart at the molecular level? He will laugh. He will return, and he will come back stronger and more terrifying than before. When absolute reality manipulation clashes against immortal regeneration and ultimate destruction, who will be the one to shatter the final limits? Let us begin.
Molecule Man is regarded as one of the most powerful entities in the entire universe, ranked among the top 3 to 5 strongest characters ever to appear in the history of this world. Owen Reese is not an ordinary mutant individual, but rather a living instrument forged from the calculations of the Beyonders, nearly omnipotent entities existing far beyond the comprehension of most gods and cosmic beings. In his earliest appearances, Owen had not yet truly grasped the nature of the power he possessed. He was limited by his own perception, unable to fully conceive of what he was capable of. Yet even before fully awakening, Molecule Man was already powerful enough to destroy Iron Man's advanced armor, reduce Silver Surfer's surfboard to individual molecules, disintegrate Captain America's nearly indestructible shield, and even manipulate Mjolnir, the divine weapon that had only ever answered to the will of Thor. That power was so immense that the Watcher concluded that Owen Reese in his fully empowered state represented an unacceptable threat to the existence of reality itself, requiring containment to prevent catastrophe. According to his warning, Molecule Man possesses the potential to destroy the entire universe with nothing more than a single thought. Everything changed when Dr. Doom helped Owen see the true scope of the power he held. At that moment, Molecule Man realized that his abilities extended far beyond the manipulation of matter. He could control nearly every aspect of existence, from matter and energy to the foundational structure of reality itself. At that level, Owen needed only a wave of his hand to recreate all the stars that the Beyonder had wiped from existence. When the multiverse suffered catastrophic damage, he could also repair and restore that destruction with breathtaking ease. The scale of Molecule Man's power surpasses the vast majority of other cosmic entities. Even Lifebringer Galactus, the most elevated and enlightened incarnation of the World Devourer, who effortlessly defeated chaos and order, still regarded Owen Reese with caution. The entity that had once spread terror across galaxies could not conceal his unease when standing before an individual capable of shaping or erasing reality at will. Molecule Man is not merely someone who can manipulate molecules, but one of the most vital pillars in the reconstruction of existence itself. Following events of devastating consequence, Owen Reese stood alongside Franklin Richards to rebuild countless realities that had been erased entirely. This was not the restoration of a few planets or a single galaxy, but the recreation of innumerable timelines. At many points, the power of Molecule Man has been described as surpassing even conceptual entities such as the Living Tribunal, Eternity, Infinity, the One Above All of the Celestial Race, and even Mephisto. Owen Reese's power has reached a level where he can unleash attacks capable of tearing through billions of dimensions simultaneously, causing the very structure of reality to tremble before his will alone. When confronting the Beyonder, an entity once considered to surpass nearly every force in the Marvel multiverse, the battle between them sent shockwaves rippling across every plane of existence. Each clash between the two brought with it the distortion of space, time, and the fundamental laws that constitute reality itself. Most remarkable of all, Molecule Man emerged victorious against the Beyonder, proving that he is not simply a matter manipulator, but a force capable of challenging the most supreme concepts in the universe. Even across multiple storylines where the character's history and origins were revised, Owen continued to demonstrate overwhelming dominance, defeating Sentry, one of the most powerful individuals on Earth. He even created an entire multi-dimensional universe and stored it inside a box as though it were nothing more than a trivial little object not worth a second thought. Owen Reese possesses power that far exceeds all measure. He can alter reality at will on a multiversal scale, rewrite the operating laws of existence, and erase boundaries once considered absolute and unchangeable. At his highest state, Molecule Man exists as a unified entity across space and time, simultaneously perceiving countless possibilities and manifesting across multiple layers of reality at once. It is for this reason that Molecule Man is widely regarded as a true monster in terms of raw power. Even Galactus cannot conceal his wariness when facing him. The entity that once spread fear across galaxies understands clearly that before Owen Reese, the distance between predator and prey can be reversed in an instant. The act of containing the entire omniverse within a single box has become the clearest testament to that terrifying truth. To Molecule Man, what others perceive as infinite is sometimes nothing more than something that fits neatly in the palm of his hand.
I sincerely hope you will subscribe to the channel. It would mean a great deal to us, and you are truly the most wonderful person. Thank you so very much.
Now, let us talk about Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk possesses a terrifying power that far surpasses most of what the heroes of Earth have ever faced. While in terms of raw physical strength alone, he is not always placed on the same level as names like Thor, Blue Marvel, or Sentry, that in no way diminishes how dangerous he truly is. In reality, Immortal Hulk still stands among the most powerful individuals in the entire Marvel Universe. His strength does not come from sheer muscle alone, but is combined with near absolute regeneration, an unbreakable will, and an immortal nature that makes defeating him a task bordering on the impossible. Even Thor, the Asgardian prince who has faced divine-level entities on numerous occasions, could not stop the advance of Immortal Hulk. Mighty Thor Jane Foster, who was deemed by Mjolnir itself to be a worthy embodiment of the power of thunder, was equally unable to subdue that endless rage. Before him, even the most legendary warriors seemed to lose whatever advantage they once held. Immortal Hulk effortlessly overwhelmed an entire team of Avengers as though they were nothing more than children trying to hold back a storm sweeping through everything in its path. Captain Glory, Mentacle, Enigma in the pod armor, Cannonball, Lightning, Iron Hulk, Vision, Wonder Man despite offering no resistance, Thor, Hercules, Rogue, and Voyager all fell one by one before his overwhelming power. Each of them possessed formidable abilities and had fought against world-class threats before. Yet, when facing Immortal Hulk, all of that experience, those tactics, and that strength became fragile to a breathtaking degree. The most powerful strikes they could deliver were only enough to slow his advance for a brief moment. In many cases, they did not produce any meaningful effect at all. Blows capable of leveling battlefields, energy blasts powerful enough to destroy entire armies, and perfectly coordinated tactical formations all failed to make him flinch. Immortal Hulk continued pressing forward with cold and relentless determination, like an incarnation of destruction that knows no exhaustion. What makes him truly terrifying is not only his superior physical power, but also his ability to rise again after every wound. The more he is pushed into a corner, the more ferociously the rage within him burns. He does not fight like a hero defending an ideal, but rather like a primal force of nature, one that cannot be reasoned with, cannot be subdued, and cannot be contained. That is precisely why Immortal Hulk is considered one of the most terrifying versions of Hulk ever to exist, a living nightmare that even the mightiest heroes of Marvel must approach with extreme caution. Immortal Hulk produced one of the most horrifying displays of raw power in the entire history of Hulk when he fought desperately to save Bruce Banner. The energy explosion he unleashed is generally considered to be either the single most powerful or the second most powerful shot shockwave ever produced in the entire history of the Green Giant's existence. In an alternate timeline, Doctor Strange used magic to alter the very nature of Hulk's existence. Only his head was kept alive through sorcery rather than gamma radiation as would normally be the case. After absorbing an enormous source of energy from Dormammu, the ruler of the Dark Dimension, Hulk released a magical explosion of catastrophic scale. That wave of energy spread far beyond the planet's atmosphere, tearing through the cosmic void like an invisible tsunami that swept away everything in its path. The scale of the explosion was enough to force all who witnessed it to view Hulk from an entirely different perspective. Immortal Hulk himself has also demonstrated the ability to release gamma energy powerful enough to completely obliterate an entire mountain. This feat may not seem as overwhelming as accomplishments at a multi-dimensional level, but what makes it particularly noteworthy is that he achieved it while severely weakened by the effects of ultraviolet radiation. Even with his power significantly diminished, the energy he generated still reached a level of devastating destruction. In terms of pure physical durability, Immortal Hulk does not possess the superior endurance of some other Hulk incarnations. However, his most terrifying quality lies in his near-limitless regenerative ability. His body can rebuild itself from injuries that would seem beyond all hope of recovery. Whether crushed, torn apart, or having his vital organs destroyed, he can return to battle as though he had never fallen. It is precisely this irrational regeneration that makes Immortal Hulk a foe capable of driving even the most powerful heroes to despair. Immortal Hulk is generally ranked below Worldbreaker Hulk and Savage Hulk. Even so, the gap between them is not nearly as wide as many tend to believe. Worldbreaker Hulk has on multiple occasions destroyed Umar's Dark Dimension through sheer overwhelming force, but that was still only a single dimension. Meanwhile, the most powerful incarnations of Hulk have on numerous occasions accidentally produced consequences that extended far beyond the boundaries of any one individual reality. The Green Giant has shattered the barriers of time through raw strength alone, causing dimensional collapses without any deliberate intent. Even a single punch from him is enough to shake countless planes of existence, causing the fabric of reality to tremble violently. This demonstrates that when Hulk's rage reaches its absolute peak, his power is no longer constrained by matter or the ordinary laws of physics. He becomes an incarnation of primal destruction, a force capable of warping space, affecting time, and threatening the very stability of the multiverse itself. That is why Immortal Hulk is remembered not only as an immortal version of Bruce Banner, but as one of the most terrifying and unpredictable incarnations ever to exist. And now let us move on to the direct comparison and combat analysis. This is one of the most iconic and unpredictable battles imaginable. On one side, we have the Creator with the power to manipulate reality itself, and on the other side, we have the rage of the Creator, a being who cannot be destroyed by the very things his opponent controls. Molecule Man, driven by his instinctive fear before a terrifying monster like Hulk, will immediately unleash his most devastating attack. He will not punch or strike. He will wave his hand, and the entire body of Immortal Hulk, from his gray skin and rippling muscles down to every single blood cell, will be torn apart at the molecular level. Molecule Man can turn Hulk into a cloud of hydrogen gas, scatter him into the ground, or simply switch off every molecular bond within his body and reduce him to a mindless puddle. Nothing can resist this. Even the most powerful heroes such as Thor and Silver Surfer have been brought down in mere seconds before this ability. Hulk will be utterly destroyed in the very first moment, the Death Realm. And that is precisely when Molecule Man's mistake begins. He has killed Hulk, but as has been established, death is nothing more than a doorway for Immortal Hulk, the soul of Hulk. Carrying within it the rage of the One Below All, will immediately step through the green door. And in the blink of an eye, from the very molecules that Molecule Man just scattered, or even from absolute nothingness, Hulk will reconstitute his body. He will emerge from the air, from the ground, from the very energy of Molecule Man himself, with his fury multiplied many times over. Each time he is killed, Hulk only grows more powerful and more unhinged. Molecule Man, with the fragile psychology of Owen Reese, will witness that horrifying sight. The enemy he just completely erased is now now standing before him once again, roaring with screams that tear through the mind. Molecule Man can kill Hulk hundreds, even thousands of times in every conceivable way. He can turn him to stone, to water, to glass. He can scatter him into space, trap him inside a pocket dimension, or even attempt to erase the very concept of Hulk from reality. But all of it is meaningless against an immortality backed by the one below all. And each time Hulk returns, the fear inside Owen Reese grows just a little bit more. He will begin to spiral into panic. His concentration will waver. And when concentration wavers, the power of Molecule Man also becomes chaotic and diminished. Hulk, by contrast, requires no concentration at all. He only needs his rage. And his rage is without end. The power of Molecule Man originates from the Beyonders, the architects of the multiverse. The power of Immortal Hulk originates from the one below all, the dark face of the supreme creator of the Marvel Universe. In terms of the power hierarchy, the one above all, and therefore the one below all, is the supreme entity, standing above even the Beyonders within Marvel's own established hierarchy. The one below all is not merely a powerful entity. He is the very source of destruction within the creator's own design. This means that the power Hulk is drawing upon, at its very core, comes from a source that is far deeper and more foundational than the power of Molecule Man. And that source of power will not allow its vessel to be defeated by a mere instrument of the Beyonders. This is a battle where Molecule Man may win every single engagement, but will lose the war entire. He is a god of boundless power, yet imprisoned within the mind of a mortal man. Immortal Hulk will be killed, again and again. Broken down, incinerated, reduced to mindless states of matter, but he will always return. With eyes burning a deeper red, with a growl more savage than before. Each time this happens, Owen Reese will step back a little further, consumed by a little more fear. He will attempt to construct walls of energy, prison dimensions, psychological illusions, but Hulk will shatter every single one of them. Not because Hulk possesses the ability to manipulate reality, but because his will to destroy, fueled by the one below all, is stronger than any physical barrier that could ever be raised against him. In the end, Molecule Man will do what everyone who has ever stood against Immortal Hulk ultimately does. He will break down mentally. He will lose faith in his own ability to win. And when a reality manipulator loses faith, his own reality collapses along with it. In a moment of absolute desperation, Owen Reese will let his defenses fall, and Immortal Hulk will advance. Endless destruction. Immortal Hulk wins. Some things belong to the eternal. Molecule Man is the god of matter. But Immortal Hulk is the wrath of God. And in the war between matter and eternity, eternity will always prevail.
And that is our analysis of the battle between the reality manipulator and the unkillable monster. Could Molecule Man, with his intellect amplified by cosmic power, find a way to seal the green door of Hulk and sever his connection to the one below all? Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoy confrontations like this, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single fateful battle. Thank you all for watching, and we will see each other again in the next brutal clash.